Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Duckpin TV Doubles Duel, the third edition. We just concluded 4 matches. We are tied for the first time ever in Duckpin TV history. We are going to have a roll-off. This is the equivalent of sudden death overtime of penalty kicks. We're very excited. Brian, Mike, you guys came off of a match. You just lost the Scotch doubles last week. Some critical mistakes happened in that match. What adjustments are you going to make in your game to try and eliminate the errors?
Myself personally, I just want to stay conscious of my first ball, not to overthrow it, and hopefully, the spares just come as they will.
I think the biggest key for us, they're two great bowlers. We let off on a few of our spare leaves and left some pins sitting out there. We got to bear down, stay on top of them.
Yeah. So, Will and Andy, you guys are hometown heroes here. You're in you've got a crowd here supporting you. Does that add a little bit of pressure to perform?
Absolutely, it does. We just have to stick to our game and come back and win the next roll-off right here.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll throw it up to our executive producer, Brian, to recap what's happened to date. Come back after this message. Doubles Duel roll-off. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Eric. Well, as you alluded to last week in the Scotch doubles match worth 2 points, the Labrie and Miller pairing made a number of critical mistakes. Missed these 2 spares here that would have put them right there with Fairley and Rigney. But that's not to say that Will Rigney and Andy Fairley didn't put on an impressive performance, because they did. Will Rigney here shows a lot of quality and picks up this difficult split. It's so good, we'll watch it again here in the recap. But if you had to pick a defining moment of the match, it would be this one. Rigney converts the split and forces the roll-off this week. It's exciting, and it's coming up right after this message. Spend your staycation at Meadowbrook Lanes. In addition to youth, senior, and adult leagues, Meadowbrook Lanes offers a number of open bowling specials. On Friday nights, $25 will get you bowling for 1 hour, and shoe rental, and a large 2-topping pizza, and a pitcher of soda. For $5 more, you get a pitcher of Miller Lights. On Sundays, pay only $2 per game from 10 to 1 and 6 to 9. Have your next birthday or family party or corporate event at Meadowbrook Lanes, where you will not have to worry about the weather. We also have a full-service lounge with live entertainment. Come down to 2530 Warwick Ave in Warwick, Rhode Island, and enjoy the air-conditioned comfort of Meadowbrook Lane's 22-lane Duckpin Bowling Center and Lounge. Visit us online at bowlri.com and like Meadowbrook Lanes on Facebook.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the exciting conclusion of Doubles Duel 3. We are in the sudden death match, 2-frame roll-off. I'm in the booth, joined by my broadcasting partner, Pat Rufo.
Yep, and I'm just happy to be here and not in that suit anymore. Glad to be back.
And Pat and I are joined again by Al Zorian. Happy to have you with us, and excited to have you back again.
I'm happy to be here too. And while we have a little break before we start the match, we have a very important tournament coming up, the Rhode Island Tournament Series Finals, and we would like to cordially invite Duckpin TV to tape this that event.
We appreciate the invitation, Al. It's certainly going to be an exciting event. We'd love to come back. But we'll cut to the action here because
Ryan Miller on lane 10 to start it off.
This is a short match, ladies. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's even shorter than our match, Eric.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Okay. Big spot for Brian here. Oh, he threw a great ball. Threw a great ball.
And the pressure of every single ball just weighs on you in this type of a match. This one pin is critical.
It's a good 10 for Brian right there.
And the only way you can take the lead on 10 bucks is to get a mark.
Puts the early pressure on Will to match or beat.
We see Both leadoff bowlers falter a little bit there in their first ball.
Wow, that pin did everything but hit him.
And same situation Brian was in a moment ago. Even that third ball feels.
But again, in a 2-frame roll-off, every pin is even more critical. There's no room for leaving pins on the deck.
And we're down to a 3-frame roll-off, ladies and gentlemen. Brian and Will tied on their first frame, both with 10 boxes.
Yeah.
Mike throws an excellent ball, a little heavy on that
Very
head
good
pin
ball.
1-2 pocket.
Had actually a couple of pins that were floating around, and one came flying back real quick, just missed it, and then had another piece floating, rolling around that had a chance to clip it, but neither touched it, and now he's going to pick a single.
And he made it.
Yeah, but
Mike gets
First
the
mark of the roll-off.
important first mark for his team.
Andy has to answer.
A little light in that 1-2 pocket.
5, 9, 10.
unlike last week's Scotch doubles, Andy has to try to negotiate this one on his own.
It's the right side for his
For
ball.
Andy, it sure is.
Yep. Shot is facing him.
And he sends those pins flying, so anything can happen here if he hits two. So as in any roll-off, that first mark unanswered is real big right now.
So it's one pin.
And then the hit, the fill on Mike's spare.
So Pat, now on a moment like this, do you think it's more pressure to be going first or second?
Oh, I think it's much more pressure to go second because I think the team that throws the mark puts all the pressure on the other team right at this point. Will makes this, and essentially we're back to an even match.
And if Will does make this, this is essentially a 10th frame. He'll have an opportunity to throw a ball to fill it.
And he does. He will take that leave right there with the load. Eight fill on a big spare in the second frame.
Okay, so Will had 28.
28 total for Will. Right now, Brian needs to match or answer.
And again, he left the ball hanging on the right.
But he did leave something that, at least if he hits three, he's got a pretty good chance at maybe getting that pin over in the corner and get that 10 pin.
Oh, and
right on. And Brian Miller again stepping up to the plate.
not an easy shot there.
Not at all.
Especially in a pressure moment like that.
During this entire duel, this third duel, Brian has been the one who's, just when you thought Andy and Will were going to make a statement, Brian's been the one to kind of turn that tide around. And then Mike's, done his job as well. But Brian's been very, again, huge in this game.
All right, so he beats Will by a
29, 28,
So
So it's a two-pin match right now.
plus a hit.
Mike and Brian with the 2-pin advantage and a hit.
Yeah, it's
So
it's really
we've
it's
seen
really-
some phenomenal performances out of our bowlers over,
We have.
over the last 4 weeks.
yes.
Andy has been the star.
He's incredible.
We'll see if he can continue to be. Gets a real unlucky break with that messenger pin.
This is not
Takes
looking
out only the
not
4-pin,
looking good
leaving
for
him
the
with
home
7-8.
team right now.
Andy's going to have to shoot this. Really,
No
really
choice.
difficult
He
spare
has to make
here,
it.
almost gets that pin to pop right out of the pit. But that
It's not over, but it's just Mike's just got to keep it somewhere in the middle of the lane, and this should be over.
That does
There
it.
we have our first repeat champions of the duel match.
and they ran
Labrie
it.
and Miller move on to meet the next challengers.
You just couldn't ask for a more exciting match. Went all the way to the roll-off, back and forth.
That doubles
Mike
match
doesn't
was
need that one.
double match was key. A few weeks back, that one game flip flopped 4 times.
There you have it. The winner of Duel 3, Duckpin Duel 3, Doubles Duel 3 will be your defending champs, Mike Labrie and Brian Miller, representing Holiday Lanes. We'll be back with a word from our winners right after this message.
Spend your staycation at Meadowbrook Lanes. In addition to youth, senior, and adult leagues, Meadowbrook Lanes offers a number of open bowling specials. On Friday nights, $25 will get you bowling for 1 hour and shoe rental and a large 2-topping pizza and a pitcher of soda. For $5 more, you get a pitcher of Miller Lights. On Sundays, pay only $2 per game from 10 to 1 and 6 to 9. Have your next birthday or family party or corporate event at Meadowbrook Lanes, where you will not have to worry about the weather. We also have a full-service lounge with live entertainment. Come down to 2530 Warwick Ave in Warwick, Rhode Island, and enjoy the air-conditioned comfort of Meadowbrook Lane's 22-lane Duckpin Bowling Center and Lounge. Visit us online at bowlri.com and like Meadowbrook Lanes on Facebook.
Lucky Strike Lanes is located at 185 Stafford Road in Mansfield, Connecticut. That's Route 32, right across from the drive-in movie theater. Lucky Strike has 24 duckpin lanes and is home of the Eastern Classic, duckpin bowling's most historic tournament. Lucky Strike is also a great place for birthday parties, group outings, corporate functions, and fundraisers. Lucky Strike also has lanes available for open bowling. Rock and Bowl every Friday and Saturday night as well. You can visit Lucky Strike Lanes at luckstrikelanesct.com or on Facebook, Lucky Strike Lanes CT. Hope to see you soon.
All right, we're joined once again with our winners, Mike Labrie and Brian Miller, defending champs for the first time in the Duckpin Duel Series. You guys are on the spot there in the doubles match. Furlet and Rigney were putting up some numbers. You responded. How did that work for you? Were you in the match at that point?
We were, we had a tough time in the previous match in the Scotch doubles. But as I said, in our interview before the match, we just got to bear down and go after it. And I feel that we did that during this roll-off here.
Well, and you came into tonight 2 boxes. 2 boxes is, well, it's you got to do right then and there. You got to make your shots immediately. There's no, a lot of times you start off slow and then you throw that triple, you throw that double. Tonight it was go, right? How did that add any pressure to the situation?
A lot of pressure. All I can say is after a disappointing head pin miss, I was just able to pick up that spare and pull through. It was great.
I got to say, Brian, you made some really key shots throughout the entire 4-week series. You helped them out. You gave them a lot of support, And then when you did, he came right back with even more. So it was really great to watch you guys defend. What's next for you guys?
For the Duckpin bowlers out there, we bowled in our home house in Holiday. We won. Traveled out to Rhode Island. We won there as well. We're bringing it back to Connecticut. Anybody who's a challenger, 2 bowlers, bring it to Connecticut. We'll see what happens.
There you have it. A little shout out to Connecticut. It's time for the next match, Duel 4. We'll see you soon.